Hello there everybody, and welcome to a new speed draw video with me, Kai McTrash. Today I will be designing a death-like character for my comic. They have a bunny skull style head, which I drew in a bunch of different angles from just actual bunny skulls to try and get something that worked, you know? It's really hard to put anything quite together. Sorry if you can hear my cat, he's obnoxious and has been misbehaving constantly, and it's been a massive stress on all of us. But there's no good point of that. Every time we're out of it, he gets back into it. He's been really unsettled since we moved home. This is only like the second house he's ever lived in, and he's a very clingy, needy boy, so I think he's just not feeling himself quite yet. But back to the drawing. Yeah, I really want to draw more like freaky, scary ones, but I was mostly trying to get a reference done here. So the concept with the very like dark eyes and stuff are things that are probably going to be a little closer to what ends up being, but this is just like, if I need to go see how I design this character, here's an image for it, and it's got different layers so that I can kind of get a good idea of how their body looks under their clothes, as well as, you know, when they're wearing clothes, which is a bad habit of mine to never do that. Draw a character always wearing clothes and never draw their body outside of vague shapes. But, you know, I'll get there. And yeah, because it was tired and dilapidated, I was trying to give it like a really oldie-timey vibe for the cloak jacket thing, robe. But I kind of ended up pulling back in certain areas because I thought it didn't really go too well with what we had already. But yeah, the whole image, I think it gave it pretty cool. I quite like the design. I quite like my deadly rabbit woman thing. Woman thing? No, woman thing. Those are two very different things unless you ask the wrong people. And yeah, I do also really enjoy just having them be tattered, degrading. It's a kind of fear of mine that, you know, being in a body that's actively falling apart while you're still alive and needing it. Big phobia of mine, and it's probably gonna happen to like all of us if we don't have some horrible accident as a child. Not child. Well, I guess at any age above being really old, and for very unfortunate people, disabilities may cause the effect, illness may cause that effect too. It's terrifying, so let's not get into it too much. But this character is kind of getting into that because they are a representation of my neuroticism. Is that the term? That sounds really like eroticism, but I'm neurotic. I'm very obsessive, especially with health and death. It makes me feel really ill to think about it too much, like going into shock levels. And I know that's not normal or healthy. In fact, it might damage my body more. So it's difficult. Like, I am one of those people who, if I wasn't stressed, I don't know what emotion I'd have other than depression and anger. And that's rough. That's rough. I want to send, but I have no idea how to even start. But what I can do is make a comic that doesn't really deal with anything but just kind of represents it, so if anyone else is going through the same thing, they can let me know, yeah, I relate to this, and I'll feel less alone, and they'll feel less alone. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.